What's up, guys? MMA Game here, bringing you another video. This video is a discussion slash wish list series, but I brought along another YouTuber to join in the discussion. His name is MMA KickBoxer, and his link will be in the description to this video. Also, I want to give a big shout out to another guy who does awesome videos, really funny videos in my opinion. His name is Beer Drank Shouty, and his link will be in the description as well. He had a different channel that got deleted, so definitely make sure and go check out his new channel. He makes really funny stuff, MMA related skits, and just really funny commentaries and stuff. So definitely go check both those guys out. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a like. I will be bringing all of the EA Sports news in one place on this channel, so make sure to subscribe, guys. But with that being said, let's get started. Alright, guys, we got MMA Kickboxer here. We're going to talk about the new EA game. We got his link in the description. He does YouTube videos as well for the UFC game. And what's up, man?
Hey man, how you doing?
Pretty good. And we're going to talk about some wish list stuff for the new EA Sports game, and what you think about them reinventing the ground game, what you want to see in the ground game. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, man, definitely. I think that seeing as it's EA Sports is making the game and they've talked about reinventing the ground game. I just personally hope that they can add some more realistic stuff and take out all the little cheesy stuff out of the game. So you want to start talking about it?
Yeah, like by cheesy stuff, you're talking about like the power knees, stuff like that.
Definitely, definitely. Like we talked about that a little while ago. Like I don't think anyone can survive even one of those power knees.
Yeah.
To the rib. Like that will literally crush a guy's rib. But in the Undisputed 3 game, you can literally land like 8 in a row of those knees, and I just don't think it's realistic at all. If they put a knee like that, they just have to find a way to make it a little more realistic.
Yeah. not as crazy where he jumps up and just
Definitely.
puts all of his weight behind it. Yeah.
Exactly. The second thing is like in the EA MMA game, the fighters on the ground couldn't posture up. All they did was just lay there and just tapping each other's ears. It was like really weak ground and pound. In the new game, I just hope they'll be able to have the guys actually posture up, and actually put some weight behind those punches, not those, pity pat punches that we see in EA
And some
MMA.
elbows too, some elbows.
Definitely.
Because they didn't have any elbows in EA MMA because of Strikeforce rules. Well, they did if you had different rules, but
Okay.
they're still pretty weak. Yeah, hopefully that's what they mean when they say they're reinventing the ground game from the gameplay feature clue.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that changes completely.
Definitely. Hey man, what do you think about transition-based submissions?
Oh, like when you go from, just grabbing their neck to like sinking it in, stuff like that.
Yeah, like if you're in the bottom and you try to get a guy let's say a triangle, you first of all you isolate the arm, you pull up your legs, you wrap it around, you pull their head down, just steps before you actually get to the submission.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know if they're actually going to do that though, because if you think about really, that would be pretty crazy, I think, because you'd have to do. If they did have steps, it'd probably only be just 2 steps. It'd probably be like an entry into it, and then like maybe one more step. Just because if they had a bunch of different steps for each submission, that would. Who knows? They could do that, but.
I personally really hope they do that because that's gonna be a lot more true to jiu-jitsu. I don't just want a garbage ground game. Like I actually want them to focus more on the jiu-jitsu aspect of it. Something else, like I just want the fighters to actually be more effective off their back. Like if you're in Anderson Silva's guard, and he's landing those elbows from the bottom, those elbows actually do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
In the new game, I want to see fighters actually get cut up from strikes from the bottom.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
lot more. Yeah, like a guy like Kenny Florian, he's like one of the best guys at that, man. You if you're in his guard, you gotta watch out.
Hmm.
He's gonna cut you up. Anderson Silva, a guy like BJ Penn, really good at it too. So I'd like to see that too.
Yeah, and the other thing too is the blood in UFC was pretty bad. It would just have little like speckles, like little pre-designed patches of blood that would just magically appear on the mat. But on
Yeah.
EA MMA, it was insane. They had like anything you touched, it would like smear on your skin. It would turn
Mhm.
their shorts like pink. If it was white, like your shorts would be
Mhm.
like pink at the end of it, and the blood would get everywhere. So they
Yeah.
definitely could do that. And then, yeah, in that with the clue from the gameplay feature that said like one something could change the fight. So like I think it's a cut probably.
Mhm.
So hopefully that is what they're gonna do.
Definitely. And something else that really like bothered me with the Undisputed 3 game was the size difference. For example, if I was using a guy like Pat Barry and I took Stephen Struve down, all of a sudden they're magically the same size on the ground. Like, have you noticed that, dude? Like, I
Yeah,
really,
in
I just
general they seem like it seems like everyone is pretty much the same size in that game, even if they're like a lightweight.
Yeah, I just hope they can fix that. You know, if you take a big guy down, you know, he's still gonna be big, even if he's on his back, you know. And I want weight and reach and all that to actually make a lot more sense, especially when you're on the ground. You can't just tee off of someone's guard. Like
Yeah, that's a good point. With the weight and reach and height, it it pretty much didn't mean anything in UFC.
at all.
Like reach meant a little, but that was about it.
Like you
Weight
can
really doesn't mean anything because you have guys that are in in lightweight and they'd have the same body build as like Brock Lesnar, but
exactly.
it says they're lightweight.
Exactly. And like you would see someone like Brock Lesnar literally lift up Roy Nelson like over over his head like in a suplex. I'm like, that's not even like, come on. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, Brock is strong, but you don't do that to like Roy Nelson. Like I
Yeah, that would be
so
cool though because there are even in the weight classes there are pretty different body sizes. Like
exactly.
so, like some guys like when Rory McDonald fought Nate Diaz
Hmm.
and he was throwing him around. Like they were in the same weight class, but that would be cool if they had something like that where if your guy's smaller, he'd be faster and have his own advantages. But if your guy was bigger and weighed more,
Hmm.
he could also power like maybe like if he has him in a triangle, just
Hmm.
instead of getting out of it or rolling out of
Yeah.
it, he just lifts him up, slams him, or
Yeah, man.
same thing for like different other submissions.
Like Rampage Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and
not
I don't.
everyone would be able to do that. Only the bigger guys could do
Oh
that.
man, thank you. I was about to say that. I really hated how like the way people get out of triangles in Undisputed 3 was the slam. It was like that's what everyone did.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Not everyone can slam, you know. I don't know if it's bantamweight. Mighty Mouse.
Yeah,
What's his weight class?
flyweight.
Flyweight, yeah, yeah. He could literally slam a guy like Dominic Cruz no easy in Undisputed 3, and I hope they can do something about that.
Yeah.
Something else I'd really like to see is the body lock. Anderson Silva uses it very well. Someone else that uses it really well is Uriah Faber. Like some of those guys, those fighters that do it really well, like when you're in their guard, they use that to stop you from posturing up. I'd like to see Anderson Silva slap on the body lock,
Hmm.
prevent you from posturing up and teeing off of him. Just some more realistic stuff in there, especially in the guard. You
Yeah.
know?
Make it so when they take you down and you take someone down, then you're not like just you can't just sit there and be worry free. You got to actually worry about getting attacked.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely think they should do that. That's actually how it was in EA MMA before they patched it. When you
Yeah.
took someone down, the guy in guard actually had a more advantage because there wasn't much you could do from guard top.
Yeah.
But guard
Yeah.
bottom, he could take your stamina and submit you, triangle you pretty easily. So I think that they will do that.
I really hope so, man. I really hope so. Because I don't just want to go in there and be okay with taking down Damian Meyer whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm playing against Damian Meyer, I want to try to stay away from the ground as much as possible. But in Undisputed, I'll take Damian Maia down any day and not even worry about getting submitted like at all.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like that. So I hope they can do something about that. Yeah, that's about it for the ground game.
We'll do
Yeah,
another one talking when there's more info. We'll do another episode here.
definitely, man.
And you guys let us know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to check out.
MMA Kickboxer.
Yep. Make sure to check out his channel. It'll be in the description. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to leave a like. Also follow on Twitch TV and Twitter. Till next time, this has been MMA Game with MMA Kickboxer.
Peace.
Yes.